Good morning. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you guys missed me yesterday because it was a busy day. I was actually very busy with life and trading and work and etc. But don't worry, it was a very good day. I am still short on ETH. Hold on. What's my entry? I was up about 3,000% yesterday, so obviously I'm not complaining. I had a short entry from 1550. We're at 1450. I'm up about 2,500%. I am looking for that 1375 area. It actually happened while I was asleep, so I did not close my short. I'm still running it. And I did take a little bit of a long, and I'm going to build that long for over the next 90 days because I don't think we are just going to reverse out of here. I do think we're going to grind the lows over the next few weeks until we put in a local low, and then we look for some upside continuation from there. So that's my gist on crypto. Now, coming back into the stock world, there was a lot of up and down in the volatility due to Trump's tariffs and the announcement of him maybe putting a pause on the tariffs and then finding out that they're going to double tariff China. Craziness, okay? But those kind of days are actually my favorite because they give you such an opportunity for like profitability, like much more advantage in your side when there's volatility like that. And that's why I'm bringing this to your attention. This company is Intel. We were recently at around 20 some dollars, and I was bringing this to everyone's attention, going like, this is a good company for upside continuation. And what happened? The tariffs actually swapped it under the $20 area, and we're at around $18 right now, 13 cents. That is almost the low from 2008, 2009, meaning almost 15 years of upside has just been reset. That's the only reason why I'm interested in this stock. Another thing is earnings is about to be on April 24th, I believe. So the drip into the earnings is one of my favorite trades, and they are supposed to be coming out with the new chip. I think 18A it's called, near the bottom half of the year. They're riding a lot on that chip. They spent a lot of money on the foundries to make that chip, and if that chip fails, then I can justify the crash and burn of Intel, which is a very long-term company. I'm not sure if they still pay dividends. Let me double check. They don't. That sucks. They used to, but they have not since August 7th. Okay. So that's the one negative I have about it. Joint venture with TMC to enhance US TMC may take a 20% stake back by interesting. Okay, that's cool. Um, if that company is going to take a 20% stake, they're going to probably be watching my video because this is exactly why I'm actually looking at it. I'm looking to actually accumulate a very long-term position in Intel for the long run, and I'm looking for it to go to, I think, around $15. I have drawn the fibs. I'm going to show it to you in a second. Before we get this going, guys, please, if you haven't already, I didn't make a video yesterday because I'm not getting enough subs on the channel. So if you like these videos, subscribe to the channel, share it with family and friends, and leave a like, hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment in the comment section below letting me know you missed me yesterday and how much you want me to make a video tomorrow, and that way I continue. Aside from that, guys, just enjoy the day. If you're interested in trading with me live, feel free to join the Discord server. Link to the servers in the description of this video below, alongside all the other affiliate services that I use and recommend that helps the channel grow. So for the people who are doing that support, I greatly appreciate it and thank you. And if you ever need anything, reach out to me on the Discord server. I will always be there for you. So yeah, aside from that, guys, let's get it going. I'm going to turn on the doodles. And this is what I'm looking for right now on Intel. I wanted to see if 1970 or $20 is going to hold. Now that we've actually flushed the liquidity over there, I want to see how we are going to play out the next few days. This last day was a very bearish engulfing candle, so I want to see, are we going to hit my liquidity area around $15-16? And if we do that today, I will jump into the pond and get my first big chunk of this position. I probably will buy it into open anyway, but I will add to this position into the earnings. Oh, there it is. Earnings. of April 24th. Now, I have not decided if I want to do like a two-way strategy, like buy 100 shares and for every 100 shares do a call option or a put option accordingly, like build a hedge. Right now, I'm thinking about just buying the spot, building the spot position into a nice DCA average. Once I see the reversal, I start loading up on calls and put those calls out for like 3 to 6 months and then ride the spot and have the calls print as well. That's my idea. How will I execute that plan? I will let the members in the Discord channel know because this is going to be going into my IRA. So I can sit and hold on this for years. It don't matter to me. So yeah, that's the thing I'm looking for is between $15, $16 and around 14. So $3 to $4 range I'll be attacking and I'll be looking for that upside swing. When we do come over here, let me show you this. If all this was the measured move, I'm looking for this to come into this area and then reverse out. And I know that this is going to be my first TP. This is my second TP, and this is my third TP. At this level here, I will keep only 20. TP3, I will hold only 20% of my original position for free. So this is how I build my portfolio. Well, I mean, anyone can do this. This is how I try to do my accumulation. Whatever trade I buy or take after I get a chunk of profit, I take the profit and then I leave. Sorry, when I'm in profit, I try to take my original out and I leave my profit in the equity so I have that free position for life for it to compound more and more. You know, I'll take my 80% of my position out in profit. I'll leave that 20% of pure profit in there and I'll let that just run. I mean, it's a free trade at that time. So this is something I'm going to be looking for. I know that it's not going to be as easy as pie, but it's looking like an expanding wedge in my opinion. So if we go to the down, okay, cool. But like, how low can you really go? I have all this marked out. After we lose around $12, I'll probably give up and take my L. But around $12 is going to be my max pain situation. And then, yeah, I'm looking for this reversal from here. So this is what I'm looking for on Intel. If that's something you would like to approach, go for it. If you look on higher time frames like monthly, you can see that we are coming in on previous order block lows. Okay, this level which is 16 bucks, and then if you look on weekly, you can see that yes, we are coming near lows, but volume is starting to put in a bullish divergence. So maybe not next this week, but next week could be the possible reversal. But I'm still going to accumulate into this drop. So feel free to make my portfolio red. Also, if you look to the left over here, sorry, I'm just trying to encompass the range real quick so you guys can see a little bit better visually what I'm talking about. So you see that it's in this little triangle accumulation range. The other thing you need to be aware of is this. This all here. This is a major gap that is a price of inefficiency that has not filled. So buying here and taking profit immediately at the top of the flap is one trade. Taking it at this flap is another. And then all the way here, because of the fact that the liquidity is going to be targeted in that fashion in a zigzag expanding wedge up. Okay? Because this was the downtrend. This is us going sideways and starting accumulation. You just took the liquidity of all these equal lows. Once this equal lows are done being swept and reverse back, and you actually get above this, what is this level? 18 bucks. Okay, and we're flirting with 18 bucks right now. Once we get above 18 bucks, then you can start this path to basically short squeeze and take out the liquidity of all the people selling the bottom. So that's how I see it. I'm gonna leave it like this. I should take a picture so I can share it. Where are those numbers? There you go. So I will share this on the Discord server for anyone who's interested. Aside from that, guys, like I said, please leave a like, subscribe, press the bell button for notification. I will get you back in the next video. A word of advice for all the other assets you are trading. Uh, we are finally losing those supports that I said for weeks and weeks and weeks. Even your little Ripple is coming close to my TP of $1.50. So the point I'm trying to get at is we knew that we were going to come to these levels and bleed out. Are you scared? Are you selling? Or are you like me, waiting to buy, knowing that these levels were coming in the first place? So try to shift your mentality and your perception. Don't look at this as a bad thing. This is a gift. This is an opportunity. When the heck I had to wait 15 plus years from all-time high to retest these lows for me to even be in this for me to even have an opportunity to be in this trade. Okay? Almost 468 days. So it's like a year and a half. That's how much patience is required for this perfect trade entry. So we waited since January for these things to come back down. Now they're finally back down. Why is it a bad thing? I'm going to actually show you guys the damage real quick, okay? Here's Bitcoin. Look, all you did was just tap the level I've been telling you for weeks. 75, 76,000. Nothing is going on until 4 more days to see if we close above or below 76,000. What can you do at 76,000? You can take a long, you can take a short. You can have your long stop loss underneath 75. You can have your short stop loss above 86. Do I recommend you doing all these things? No, but you can do what you want. I mean, you can see previously here that once it came into the green, it was a buying opportunity. Well, do you have the courage and the you know, are you ready to take long? You tell me. Um, if you go back and look at my videos, you already know where I'm targeting. This is just the first step, okay? ETH, what a quinky dink. You came right into the levels that we were looking at, okay? How is this a shock? Look, you literally came right to the same level. Why wouldn't you have bought this? You know? And then nobody assumed that this was going to be there. I mean, we've been talking about it for weeks, multiple weeks. Now it's here. What are you going to do? Are you have you been holding from here all the way here and that's why you're like what's up, or have you been in cash since like 2000, 3000, and shorting since 2000 all the way down, and now you have all this liquidity to just buy up when everyone is selling? 90% of the world is selling in panic. I'm like one of the only buyers here, and I'm buying calmly and with confidence. Easily, I bought spot at around 1,500. Yeah, it's low. Who cares? But I'm 3,000% in a short profit. That when I close that short, I'm dumping it all into the long anyway. That's the whole reason I like riding a short to the bottom, because it gives me the USDT to switch into the spot on the bottom and ride the spot all the way back up with no leverage. You don't need leverage for this reversal. So that's that. And why I said not Bitcoin? Does Bitcoin is Bitcoin all the way down here? No. Bitcoin can go all the way to 50K. Michael Saylor of Fruit Boy, the savior of your guys, his liquidation level or his average entry is right here around 67,000. So when you come into this level, be aware that if he don't step up, him and MSTR, the entire stock, is going to bleed if we go over here. He might have a liquidation. He might have a margin call. He might have to sell more shares and dilute the MSTR shares for buying more. I don't know what he's gonna do, but just be prepared that he is a honeypot of liquidity, just like MakerDAO was, just like ETH Foundation at 1200. Everyone knows his level. There's people much richer than him that could go for it just to knock him out of the game. So just be aware of that. Um, Surprisingly, Solana is doing very good. I expected this to go to 86 and stay around there. It didn't even get there. I'm still waiting for it to get into 86. So I'm still trying to buy Solana. I have not pulled the trigger, but I do want to buy it so I can stake it and make some passive income. So just be aware that I'm looking for this. Dixie is the last thing. And this is the last thing I'm going to go over. You can see we are still pushing to the downside. I already said we were inverse, but now we are going 1-to-1. Dixie is going down, and crypto is going down with it. Dixie was going up, crypto was going to all-time highs with it. I don't know how to say this, but the relationship with Dixie is extremely important. But right now, when it's going 1-to-1, I just want to stand still. I like to act when it's doing its inverse. I don't like to act when it's doing 1-to-1 because that's just showing me that the whole world is digesting the strength of the dollar and they're weighing crypto as a hedge and gold as a hedge compared to the dollar. And I don't know, they might put up some news about more retaliation against U.S. because China's tariffs that we increased last night. That's like 104%. They're supposed to retaliate. So today, if they retaliate, we might get a hit on the dollar because though these countries that are trying to retaliate, not only are they going to mess with tariffs, they're going to fix their currencies by manipulating them, and they're going to sell the dollar to manipulate their currency against the dollar. So that's why you're seeing so much fluctuation of dollar, because all those central banks of all those third world countries are messing with gold, dollar, and their own currency, so that way they can hold their pegs, okay, during this times. That's why Japan's stock market yesterday did an emergency intervention and they helped save their stock market, and that's why the US got a recovery. Even though we did all this tariffs, we actually had a nice dead cat bounce yesterday, which was a shorting opportunity for anyone who took a short. Good job to you, because you knew at midnight the tariffs were going to come on. Today we're doing a little bit of a dead cat bounce, knowing that we are going to have China do a retaliation. So all this upside that we got today is probably just to get slapped back down. On top of that, there is more than likely going to be an emergency Fed rate cut from the FOMC. So if the not FOMC, I apologize. Take that back. The ECB is talking about a 0.5 emergency rate cut. Okay, once they do that, that is going to affect dollar and other currencies. And the reason why I'm trying to even mention that, once Europe does it, other countries will follow suit. Once all these countries get on that bandwagon, the Federal Reserve will do an emergency 0.5 cut as well. Every time the economy has a problem, the Fed does the exact same thing. They do an emergency 0.5 and then go 0.25 accordingly, depending on how the economy reacts. So just be prepared. That is going to be the signal of market bottom. That is going to be the retail signal of monetary easing. That's going to be the signal of like people just aping back into the equities due to the fact that now they know the government is going to support the markets. So that's going to be the signal for you guys to do what you want to do. I hope everything works out for you. If not, feel free to join the Discord server. I'll be more than happy to hold your hand and make some money together. Aside from that, guys, have a great day. Be safe. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.